Order all your half-shell favorites for takeout or delivery. Visit www.halfshelloysterhouse.com to browse the familiar menu and place your delivery or takeout order in minutes. Same menu prices, just a $5 flat delivery fee every time at Half Shell Oyster House, located at 115 Laurel Park Cove, Suite 105, Flowood, Mississippi, 39232, or you can give us a call at 769-257-7586. And oh yeah, tell them Sonya sent you.
She say sports. She say sports. She say sports. She say sports.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Sonya, and welcome back to She Say Sports. Man, it's been a long time since I've seen my usual suspects. Woo! I've missed y'all. Please welcome back the former NFL players, my buddies, Cedric Donaldson and Jamieon Spencer. What's up, guys?
What up? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
2024, man.
Can you believe this mess? That's weird.
Crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, how was y'all Christmas? How was y'all holiday? All of it. New Year's, Christmas, Thanksgiving.
It was cool. Yeah, I mean, it was cool. It was up and down, the situation, but it was cool though.
Yeah. My condolences again.
Hey, appreciate
it. He left an amazing legacy with the Donaldson boys. You know, he back with he back with Auntie Lou.
She probably slapped him as soon as he got there.
Oh yeah, what took you so long? But they left an amazing legacy. Y'all are some amazing men, truly, knuckleheads, but amazing. I tell you.
Got to get it all in, man.
So, guys, as we know, we're in the wild card round. Oh, it starts on Saturday. I'm excited. You know, this is our favorite time of the NFL season because we get into that place. We get into that Super Bowl place. We got a few more weeks. So, Jamie, I'm going to start off with you. You know, I know, hold on, I'm a little cool in here. You know, this is a real winner.
This ain't real winner, Sonya. Come on now. It ain't real winner. Look, wait till next week we get in the team.
Yeah, it'll be 19 degrees. I mean, it's cold though. I don't like, whatever. Jamie, let's start off with the Cleveland Browns versus the Houston Texans. The Browns got some good news earlier. Amari Cooper will be back for round 2 versus the Texans. And the Texans couldn't stop them last time because of him. What are your thoughts on this matchup? And will they be able to work against Cooper this time?
Yeah, so I think actually, I don't think Amari Cooper's going to have as big of an impact because, I think D'Amico has seen enough. I think he was caught a little bit off guard because if we remember correctly, that was one of the earlier games when cool Joe Flacco was rolling back in that thing, slinging it like from the couch with the remote. So I don't expect really the game to be in that hands. I think the real game is going to be between the Houston offense and the Cleveland defense. I mean, I have praised and been very impressed with Cleveland's defense this year. I mean, we knew early on they had some monsters on that side of the ball, but they seem to have brought it all together. So it'll be an interesting chess match to see the evolution and how C.J. Stroud has grown up this season right in front of our eyes and the player he's become and how he's going to handle that Cleveland defense, because I think everybody knows that, this playoff season is a whole new season. It doesn't matter what happened in the previous 18 weeks. It's no holds barred at this point.
No holds barred. That's true. What about you? What about you, Sid?
Man, I don't care nothing about neither one of them.
Could you just analyze?
Now I'm really excited to see what Houston can do, man. I like the fact that they gave a young, coach, first of all, black, former player, all of that. Gave him a chance. He had a chance to pick his own players and doing well with it, man. So I like Cleveland. I like, how they built the team and all that. But man, I'm going for Houston, man. Like, I really don't care what Cleveland bring in there. I just want the young coach, the young QB, and my LSU Tiger back there at the corner to have great games and ball out. You know what I mean?
And he,
Yeah.
like you said, he turned his whole team around because Houston been trash for the
Man.
last few years.
Trash.
So, after the debacle with Deshaun, so I'm looking forward to that game. I'm excited about that one. Next we have Miami Dolphins versus the reigning champs, Kansas City Chiefs. Dolphins went from potentially hosting the wild card game to now going to a frigid. Ooh, now that's cold up there. They're gonna deal with frigid weather. Oh my gosh, to play this game. Will this weather be a factor in the possible win for the Chiefs?
Think about Tua had all these concussions. His brain is gonna be picking. Then you got that cold weather. Oh my God!
So stop right there. So you're trying to say his brain injuries with the cold air is like your ankle hurting, and you talking about, oh, it's about to rain, like it's cold, and shut up.
He gonna be a couple seconds slow on that throw. Tua is he's a timing passer, man. Like, he throws in time.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be rough on him, man.
Yeah.
And you never know about the walrus on the sideline, man. Ain't no telling what kind of plan he gonna come out with in the playoffs, man. So Andy Reid, hey, I think the KC will off, and I don't even think it's gonna be close.
Yeah.
And we ain't talking about the cheetah yet.
Yeah, yeah, and I tell you what, I agree. I'm pulling with KC. And I tell you what, and really, it's kind of the setup game, really, because they played so bad at the last few weeks of the season that I think right now they've had that come to Jesus. I mean, we know Andy's had that come to Jesus, and those guys have gotten down, but they've got Miami right where they want them. I mean, they've taken a track team, brought them to the cold, and about to test every muscle fiber they got, up and down that field. So I do think, besides the weather, I do think KC is gonna show and prove why they're defending champs with us.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I'm excited to see both of those games on set. What you say, Sid?
I know the cheetah gonna want to show out, but you got to have a dancing partner for that. I don't think
who is that?
It ain't Tua. And I like Tua. I mean, I said Tua should have been drafted high. I like him, but it's not a good situation for him.
Yeah, it's looking kind of tight. Yeah. Starting off Sunday games. Excuse me, y'all. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills been a favorite of really all of ours for the last few seasons, but they just cannot get over that hump. I don't know. So they never can get that ring. So this game will also be played in inclement weather. Jay, how would this matchup unfold?
Look, I'm gonna tell you, this was probably the biggest surprise for me because I don't know if anybody was like me last Sunday. I didn't even realize Pittsburgh had won 10 games this season. To be honest with you,
I was in total shock.
Look, I looked at it and I was like, wow, right. Mike didn't pull another one on us, man. He pulled it out.
Mike ain't finna lose his good job. Mike keep pulling them. He pulling games and wins out of his hat. I mean, Mike ain't finna lose his good job. But go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, but I got to go with Buffalo again. I got to ride with them. I think Pittsburgh has had some struggles all year long. On both sides of the ball. I think it's pretty evident that those guys are there and they're going to play Pittsburgh ball. But again, you got T.J. Watt that's not going to be there. I mean, I know they've got some other guys that are going to be filling in, but that's just a huge hole to have that you don't have anybody that can account for a Josh Allen and even Leonard Fournette, who's come up from the grave and resurrected, and and Stephon is going to do his thing, and they got a lot of weapons on that Buffalo sideline. So, and I think even they're playing with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder because I think we've lost a lot of faith here last half of the season with them, you know, kind of understanding why haven't they performed a little bit better this year. So I do think they're gonna show up at least for here this week 1.
Say it.
Yeah, man. Pittsburgh had everybody playing quarterback besides Burning because he was off somewhere for the weekend.
Weekend with Bernie. Okay. You know, the young kids don't understand, but they're like, what
They ain't get that
one. Yeah, they ain't get that. Man, Pittsburgh have the worst quarterback room in America, bro. And their quarterback room is worse. College quarterback, and Mike got them back to the playoffs, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But I'm going with Buffalo. Ain't no way in the world I'm gonna choose one of those clowns over Josh. So, man, it's gonna be an ugly game. They both used to playing in cold weather. If Mike Tomlin can pull this one off, it's Super Bowl level to win one game for Mike Tomlin, man.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree.
So I'm going with Buffalo, man. Maybe this year, because they're not real hype, maybe this year they can pull it off and do what they need to do.
Look, if Mike pull this one off, I'm going to put my money on them for the Super Bowl. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Because like you, I didn't know they had won 10 games, so I wouldn't be surprised if he can pull it out.
Yeah, man.
I would not be surprised. Next, we have Green Bay Packers against your Dallas Cowboys.
Ooh.
You know, my Bears, I don't know what they was doing Sunday, but it's whatever. I'm moving on. Getsy is gone, so I'm moving on. You know, let's just move forward. Go Bears. The boys, they got, you know, they got, you know, the Packers got youth advantage on their side. Said, do you think this is gonna be what?
They also have. It's the month of Dacuary. Dacuary. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
It is Dacuary. That is true.
Hey, I cannot put my money on. I love the Cowboys. I hope they win. I will never put a dime on them in January.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So you really don't think that they don't have a chance at all?
Nah, I think they should win. But it's Dacuary. Anything can happen, man.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. What about you?
Win.
Huh?
I said they should win. But I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
I tell you what, I'm gonna swing the other way. So I'm gonna go with now that Jimmy Johnson has finally been inducted to the ring. I think the hex is lifted, and I do think Dallas is gonna make a run. It ain't their year, but I think they're gonna make a run. So I'll take them this year. You know, because you know, making that right with Jimmy Johnson was you know what 25 years past due.
Way past.
That's crazy.
They really should offer that man another contract to go ahead and let him coach again.
I'll take it.
I was glad about that. I cried, you know, yeah, I was pretty happy for him. Let's see. Next, we have Los Angeles Rams facing the Detroit Lions. You know, I'm not surprised that the Lions are in this wild card. They have balled out this season. Been looking good, you know, the last couple of seasons, but we all knew that they needed a few more pieces, just a few more pieces. So, Jay, what do you think? I'm sorry, Jay, what do you think will be the most likely outcome for this game?
Where in the hell did the Rams come from? That's what I want to know.
Another Steeler mystery. I don't know.
Where did the Rams come from? Did they play a full season this year? Because I'm telling you. Besides Puka Nacua, that's the only thing I can tell you about the Rams this year at all.
What did you say?
Puka Nacua. That's all I can tell you about the Rams. I mean, I'm so shocked that they're there. So I'm gonna go with Detroit on this one. You know, I like what Dan got rolling over there, man. Those guys are young, they're hungry. Look, they ready to fight every week. I love the edge they play with. So I'm hoping they're keeping that rolling. So
yeah, I'm going with Detroit too. Seth?
You gotta go with Detroit, man. For the same reason. I like Houston. Detroit gave a former player, you know, and he got a lot of former players on his staff. That doesn't mean all former players can coach. I'm just saying he picked a lot of good ones that could.
You're
So
like, let me give clarity on that.
yeah. I do not believe all former players should be coaches, but it's some that should be, and it's a lot of money, man. And you got these guys, you should at least give them a shot. You know what I mean? So I'm going with Detroit. Plus, they dirty, they nasty, and the Cowboys kind of cheated them out of the win.
No.
Yeah,
They did. They did.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh my gosh. Said last but not least, we have Philadelphia Eagles against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who comes out on top with that one? That's both of y'all former team.
I know, man. I want to hate the Eagles because they,
Because of Jalen.
yeah, but I can't. But since Tom is gone from Tampa, I need Tampa to win without him, so I'm going for Tampa.
What?
Cool. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
No, I got to ride with Philly. I got to fly Eagle fly on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Jalen. They're like Kansas City. They're gonna get their stuff together. I think we're gonna see them kind of snap out of whatever they were in that last end of the season. So, but I think the biggest hitter for them is again right now Tampa ain't got a running game at all. So it's all on Baker's back, and I feel like Fletcher Cox is a little bit excited. I feel like Jalen Carter is a little bit excited. Graham is a little bit excited. Those cats are gonna start roaming again, and I think they're a little bit hungry because they've been embarrassed here last quarter of the season. So,
Really?
yeah.
So,
I felt bad.
Go ahead, Sid.
I said I felt bad for them. They got blew out by the Giants, bro.
Yeah. Well, look. I think they're gonna put Matt Patricia back on the back burner and then get back to doing what they know how to do. So,
It would be really good to see a rematch between Philadelphia and Kansas. That would be really, really nice. You think that could possibly happen with the different teams that we got going on right now?
Yeah.
Kansas City?
Yeah.
Philadelphia? Nah. I mean, I think San Fran is gonna take it and Baltimore. I think it's gonna be San Fran and Baltimore.
You going with the conspiracy theory, huh? You going with the Super Bowl logo? Okay.
But
I tell you this much: it's going to be hard for anybody to beat Baltimore right now. I mean, look, Lamar is just a human joystick. I mean, for real. I mean,
he's having a good season. He's having a good time. I agree.
Anytime you can make a grown man look at you and say, "How did you do that?" I mean, come on.
But this I don't think this is getting enough credit. Lamar been balling like for years. I mean, he's been doing this thing for years. But something changed this year. And
it did. Something shifted. It was
he's healthy. He's healthy.
And they got a new OC.
Yeah.
That was at Georgia last year. And he did the same thing with the little Stetson dude. You would have never heard of Stetson if this guy like cooked up a plan for Stetson. And he came in, he's real good at, man, seeing what his quarterback can do well and building that around him. And so he's keeping him healthy because Lamar, he ain't running like he's still running. But, the offense a couple of years ago was drop back Lamar for 30 yards down the field.
So I'm going to add to that. And I just had this conversation a few weeks ago. And we were talking about QBs and what's making a difference this year. If you notice, Baltimore, again, in the years past, they've allowed Lamar to have to run for his life because he was in a straight drop back.
Yeah.
But if you notice, their offensive line has had some injuries and they've had some holes to fill. But what they're doing scheme-wise is that they're not necessarily moving the pocket, but they are shifting their protection. So when you see Lamar drop back now, you're really seeing him drop at angles. So you're watching him drop over his tackles versus over his guards and centers anymore. So he's moving to where the strength of his O-line technically is, right? And where they know they've got some solid guys, and it's keeping him upright. And you can tell by fourth quarter, this cat is just as fresh as he is in the first quarter. And I think those lack of hits, man, they are proven to be so impactful here late in the season.
Yeah. Hey man, that they got to give that guy I think his name, what is his name? Monken?
Monkey, yeah.
Got to give him his credit, man. We just watched him do it in Georgia for 2 years with a quarterback that was a walk-on, and he had some attributes, and that man he nurtured his attributes, and he get to the NFL. I think this is his first year.
First year, yeah.
This is first year with, and you can see the improvement in Lamar, even though Lamar was great before he got there, but you see the step above. You see the step now.
Can we go ahead and drop that name in the hat for the Alabama job? I'm just saying.
Hey man, he might.
Just saying. Look, young, talented quarterback, ton of money. Hey, you never know.
You never know, man. So
I got a little ahead of me. I was gonna bring that up earlier this week. It was reported Coach Nick Saban has retired from Alabama Crimson Tide. Wow, what a legacy he will leave. He 6 national titles, tied with Coach Bear Bryant, who was also a Hall of Famer and legendary coach with Alabama.
Hold on, you discredited my school by saying 6.
LSU, I'm gonna say, yeah, he had one there.
He got 7. He won one.
He got 7.
Yeah. So I know what you're trying to do. Saban got 7. He won one at LSU.
Right, but the ESPN said he had 6.
At Alabama, nobody count that.
I'm talking about Alabama.
Nobody count them at Alabama. The only one that really mattered is the one he won at LSU.
So says the Tiger.
Fine. Coach Saban has 7 national titles, 6 with Alabama, and 1 measly one with LSU. Are you happy now?
Thank you.
As I was saying, Jameion, he was definitely a powerhouse in the SEC. Well, you know what, Sid, I'm gonna start with you because you were a former LSU Tiger. He was a coach at LSU, playing in the SEC. Alabama, this is gonna be a big loss for the SEC. What happens now with the Crimson Tide? You just mentioned a possible coach. Some people on my page saying Dion is possibly coming. You know, they're just talking, just for sensationalism. You know, it's whatever. But what are your thoughts on this retirement? What happens with the SEC now?
Because he's been there so long, and he's, how they say, iron sharpens iron, right? In the SEC, you have some of the best coaches on every level. Everybody had to get better with him being in the league. And then now you got Kirby. You know, Kirby has raised the bar, back-to-back championships. And then you got you can't talk about the SEC right now without talking about the Big Ten, because now everything is going to be compared between the two, because they're going to be doing some intertwined playing or whatever. So, man, Nick Saban is a GOAT, man. Like, it ain't close. You know, this is his worst team he's ever had at Alabama. He was 1 play from taking them to the national title game, by far. And so I hate to see him go, because I want him to beat him into submission. I want to just like beat him, and then he retire. But as far as my favorite coach, Steve Spurrier is my favorite coach, you know, that I didn't play for, and Nick Saban is second. But Nick Saban is the best coach that ever coached football.
Do you think the retirement comes with, well, he's in his 70s, you know, hey, it's time to chill out. But do you think because of all the changes with the NIL deal, the transfer portal, do you think that has something to do with it as well?
Yeah.
Because the timing is changing, Jameion.
Yeah, I absolutely think so. And I mean, and you can see even for the last 2 or 3 years. Saban is a type A personality. He thrives on control. He thrives on the plan. He thrives on that ability to be able to move his chess pieces in the way he likes. And you can see his ability to do that in this new age of NIL and RPOs and everything else on the field. He struggled somewhat.
Yeah.
He hasn't been that same guy, as great as he is. Don't get me wrong. But you can tell it's worn the rock a little bit more in the last 2-3 years. So I think we could kind of see it, and really to his credit, to know when it's time, to know when
Yeah.
you have gotten to that point that you can probably do more for the program, stepping aside and allowing your legacy and what you've built roll at this point, is a credit really to him and his consciousness around who he is and what he means to the sport at this point. So yeah, I'm like I said, I think all of us wanted to, we love to hate him, but at the same time, you have to respect him.
I do respect.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, whenever you hear his name, he's a powerhouse. And whenever you heard his name at Alabama, Crimson Tide, you knew there was more likely a victory coming with them as well.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's going to be interesting to see how SEC football will be next season. Who's going to be new coach? What happens now? I mean, we will be watching. I wish him well. It's truly an amazing legacy. I know it's a lot of Crimson Tide fans crying today. They love that man.
They should. They should. They should. They should be applauded.
But they are.
Yeah, they should be
I agree.
applauded because I mean he's left the program in a very good position. He leaves it with not the rubble and the shambles of somebody having to rebuild, but really maintain at this point. So it's a good position for him. So I think if you got an Alabama fan out there crying, they're not a true fan because they're not really looking at what you have versus where you should be in the future and where you will be in the future if you get the right guy in place.
So let me ask you this real quick, and we're going to move on. Now that he has retired, he and Coach Bear Bryant both have the same amount of titles. Is it time to start saying who was the best out of the two?
You already know.
There's no comparison to me, but I know people will probably start doing that.
Yeah, it's no comparison. Like Saban did it in a time to where it was harder. You had more rules, and then he did it at more than one school. So the dude is I used to like to see him do. Before he made a decision, he would always complain about what was going on to make the NCAA or whoever take a side. He was like, I don't care which way you choose. I just need you to be on one side or the other. And once he got you on your side and you in your corner, he devised a plan around where you are. So it didn't matter what you chose. He was going to have a plan for either side. He just needed you to choose that side before he put that full court press. And then just like when they was doing the RPO stuff, and the offensive lineman would be 3 yards downfield, and the quarterback would pull it and throw it. He said, "Hey, that's a penalty. The offensive line down the field." And they said, "Well, we're not gonna say anything about it." Okay, then. Then he came with it.
We're gonna do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and he abused it. Like, but he
I'm gonna make you call it, right?
I'm gonna make you call it. And so,
wow.
But it's so much stuff, man. I can't wait for him to write a book because there's so much stuff about him at LSU that a lot of people don't know about. That started to build what he built at Alabama. Like investing, he put his own money into LSU facilities. The school was too cheap to do it. I'll take my money and I'll do it because we needed to win.
Yep.
So I give him credit for the one he won at LSU, the one Les Miles won at LSU, and the one Ed Orgeron won at LSU, because when I was there, the schools, we didn't even have a weight room. You know,
Wow.
you know,
And
the
that's
state,
y'all sound like one of the HBCU schools. I'm shocked.
we was lifting in a closet when I got to LSU.
Boy, shut up.
Like, for real. And I
Wow.
wasn't lifting at all, but that's what the weights was.
Hey guys. Hey, well, and always talking noise. Y'all, thank you so much for joining me today. As you know, I cannot with him. As you know, we play a game called You Can Get With This or You Can Get With That. And that's a way for the listeners and myself to get to know the guests better. I'll ask you a few questions. You choose the one that best fits you. Let's go. Can you believe we're about to be done, y'all? We usually be like an hour and a half. I'm so proud of me. I'm trying to do better. Would you rather be stuck in a romantic comedy with your worst enemy or in a horror movie with your best friend?
Horror movie with my best friend, because I'm gonna turn it into a comedy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a comedy.
Yeah. And that would be fun.
And I guarantee we jumping whoever trying to kill us. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all not running?
No.
We fighting this thing out.
We're running. So we fight this thing out. Would you rather be a kid your whole life or an adult your whole life?
Kid.
Yeah.
Take me back. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You can
I
have
don't want
it.
to grow up.
I want Toys R Us kid. This is overrated, man.
Hey, adulting is ghetto, for real.
I know it really is. I'm over it. Would you rather be the cowboy riding the bull or the clown who distracts it? When I pick these, I think of y'all, so I be cracking up. I can see Cedric being the clown.
Yeah. I'm thinking. I rode a bull before though. I think I'll do that again. I think I'll ride a bull.
A real bull?
Yeah, I rode a real bull.
Where in Spain?
No, in Jackson. And I catch me. You know, we grew cows, man. Yeah.
But no, Jackson. Okay, Jay. Jay.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I think I'd be the clown. I want to distract him. Look.
Oh.
I don't know. I get on that bull. I may turn into something different. I'll be the pit bull on the bull, man. We be. That might be chaos in the bottle, man.
You know what? Shut up. Would you rather have to always say everything that pops in your head or never be able to say what you feel?
Everything pops in my head.
Yes.
Man.
Holding in, you high blood pressure.
Yeah, I used to say it. Well, it's in moderation now, but as when I was younger, I used to say whatever I wanted to say and didn't care. You know, my sister was like, "Would you stop it?" I mean, I just didn't care. But I was freer and happier. Would you rather work as a bouncer? I promise I'll be thinking about y'all. Would you rather work as a bouncer at a trashy nightclub or as a personal assistant to a high maintenance celebrity? I already know what just
Give me that bouncer.
Yeah,
I know.
Ain't nothing like some late night ratchetness.
Mm-hmm. Them stories you're gonna carry for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I want to be the personal assistant to the celebrity.
Oh no.
Would you rather spend a week in the woods without a tent or a night in a real haunted house?
Just one night?
One night.
I could be haunted for a night. I don't want to sleep in the woods for a week.
Yeah, if you say them woods, that'll get rough, man. Red bugs.
Then I know it's haunted. Like once I know it's haunted, and they can't, like, can they take me to hell or something with them, or are they just gonna say boo?
Okay, I don't know. I just take it too far. I mean,
that'll be that horror movie. I'll turn it into a comedy.
You do it how you want to do it.
If all they gonna do is say boo, I can deal with that.
Because they say I'll turn into one of the ghosts and I'll get to scaring them.
Yeah, see, that's, well, okay. Would you rather be personally fulfilled or professionally fulfilled?
Personally fulfilled.
Yeah, yeah. Because professional don't mean that if I'm not straight. Yeah, personally.
Oh, right, exactly. Would you rather fulfill your biggest wish or resolve your biggest regret?
I believe that's one and the same. So give me my biggest wish.
Yeah, my
Right.
biggest wish
Yeah.
Interesting. Because your wish could be like Carl Thomas, I wish I had never met her at all. So it could be, even though I love her so.
That solved this problem, no?
Huh?
His
Yeah,
wish solved this problem.
that's true. Would you rather live in a world without music or one without colors?
No, yeah, get rid of them colors.
Give me music, because guess what? Music makes colors. You can see them in your heart and in your mind.
Oh my God.
I felt like I needed to light one up when you said that. Something a little,
Oh my God. Look,
a little trippy.
give me my music. Last but not least, would you rather live a dangerous and exciting life or a safe and boring one? Cedric, I know years ago you wanted that first one.
Yeah, I'm dangerous and exciting. I'm still that way. Like, give me more. Yeah.
You
That's
still
why
dangerous?
Huh?
You still dangerous?
Yeah, I just told you I rolled bulls in a catch pen. I'm still that guy, man.
Okay, I wasn't talking about that type of danger. Go off. Jamie.
I don't know, man, because in my mind, I just don't think I'm a boring dude. So
You're not boring at all, but
Yeah,
you're not
you know.
dangerous.
yeah.
You're
In my
connect-
look, in my mind, look, if I look, if everything that popped in my head came out of my mouth, what?
Yeah. Well, I think that's all of us.
At this age, anything can be dangerous. Getting out of prison, man.
Anything.
I don't think I'm bored. Now, I have an exciting life, but I'm not dangerous. I don't when I see that, I'm like, okay, because I got too much to lose. I ain't trying to go to jail. I ain't trying to die. So, I try.
Risky.
Huh?
You so dangerous or risky?
Rather live a dangerous and exciting life. But like you said, dangerous could be risk taking, jumping out of a plane.
See, I do
mean,
that. Like that's the type of
people
dangerous
that
I'm thinking.
you've always been that type. Okay, I can get that. Yeah, okay. Well, guys,
And I do want to come home to a quiet night at home and sip a beer and watch TV on the couch. Like that's exciting to me.
that's
Grocery
very
store exciting to me.
Let me tell you how excited. First of all, before I go, I want to say an early shout out, happy Founders Day to my sisters of Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated. I have an amazing day. Now I'm going to a party, but it's a day party, and I'll be at home by 8. So, I get to dance, I get to mingle, see my girls, do a few struts, and then I'm in the bed by 9. So have an amazing Founders Day, ladies. I'll see some of you on Friday and Saturday. But thank you guys for coming to the show today. I missed you guys so much. I'm sure I'll see you next month for the Super Bowl. And hey guys, follow me at She Say Sports on Facebook, She Say Sports 23 on Instagram, and please subscribe to our YouTube page, She Say Sports. Well, that's my time for today. Until next time, this is Sonia and the usual suspects with She Say Sports.